It's your daily dose of Donna. Welcome to the show. I'm so sorry I'm late today. I was catching up, believe it or not, I was catching up on the last few minutes of the reunion from last night, and I still have a couple minutes to go on on the uh the last 2 minutes of this hot episode. Um it was a crazy reunion, and it is causing some major drama, not just in the Housewives world, but also outside of the Housewives world. Even in real life friendships, Zach is mad at me officially. We have drama between Zach, Peter, and I. Yes, we took it offline. So I have got to get Zach Peter back on my good side. Don't worry. I think I'll get him back. We will get into all of that. More Bravo drama. Jen Shah out of prison. Jenna Lyons out of Real Housewives of New York. We'll talk about all kinds of Bravo drama. But in addition to that, what other fun drama do I have to talk about today? Oh, there was some stuff. Whitney Levitt opens up about her Dancing with the Stars elimination. That was kind of dramatic. I know that Blake Lively came back with some crazy sanction stuff. I woke up at like 4:30 this morning and watch Lauren Knighty read some sort of legal document from Blake Lively, and I was like, "Wait, what?" I swear it was like the craziest thing. I said, "Is this real?" So I did read that. We can go through a little bit of those legal documents. I'm not really, but like just maybe for 5 seconds. And then an article came up about Brad Pitt, an interview with a vampire that I found fascinating, because now we're just going back into old movies and canceling people for underage kissing, et cetera, et cetera. You guys, it's Friday. We need it to be Friday so bad. Friday before Thanksgiving. It will be a fun one today. Everyone, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like. I'm officially like 2 subscribers until my next milestone over here on YouTube. So make sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, and let's get going. It's your daily dose of Donna. All righty. Okay, so I have to delete all my ex statements about this because Zach is really mad at me. I'm going to delete it. I'm going to delete it. I'm going to delete it. He hasn't deleted his response, but I'm going to delete it because I don't want to give Zach shit publicly. But I did text him. And Zach is he's on one. He's very mad about he's very mad about Tamra and Katie on Real Houses of OC. Zach has hyperfixation issues just like I do. I get hyperfixated about a lot of things too. I get hyperfixated about like Karen Reed. Remember, I got hyperfixated about the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni story. Oh my gosh, you guys, I have a funny my mom story. So my mom called me the other day, swear. And she goes, "Donna, I am very nervous for you." This was like 2 days ago. And I said, "Why?" And she goes, and normally, like, I would understand that she would be worried because, I have a podcast called Just Jew and Me. So I talk openly about being Jewish and like the challenges right now with the rising anti-Semitism, et cetera, et cetera. So I said, I'm thinking it's about that because like there's a lot of, scary stuff out there right now. So I said, "Why?" And that's honestly where I thought she was going to go. And she's like, "I'm very nervous for your safety." I said, "Why? Is it because, I talk about being Jewish?" And she's like, "No, I am nervous because you really talk so much about this Justin man. I said, I'm sorry, what? She goes, what? Who is this Justin? What is going on? Who cares so much about this Justin? Why do you care so much? And I said, no, mom, it's nothing to like be worried about. It's not like something you have to be stressed out about. You shouldn't be scared. And she goes, I'm scared. Like, why do you want to be so mad at Blake? What did Blake do so bad to you? Why are you so mad? I'm mom, don't worry. It's just pop culture. Like, would you be scared for Access Hollywood? Would you be so scared? She's like, I just don't know. What if they get really mad at you? I said, well, they didn't subpoena me. I don't know. What if they come to your house? I said, I really don't think Blake Lively is going to be like, knock, 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 knock. Donna, stop. Stop. Pause. Please stop talking on your Instagram account about me. Although, could happen. Anyway, my mom is worried about me talking about Justin Baldoni too much. I get it. From her stance, she's like probably like, wow, my daughter is obsessed with this Justin Baldoni. I thought she's married. I thought she's married to a man named Lance. I'm so confused with this obsession over this Justin guy. Is he Jewish? I hope he's Jewish. That's probably what my mom is thinking. I hope this Justin guy is Jewish at least. Does he come from a good family? Anyway, yeah, just tell her I'm a justice. She did say that. Donna, she's a good justice warrior. That's what she did say on Facebook. She was excited about that. Okay. Speaking of justice warrior, I feel like I am one of the only people kind of trying to fight for Tamra here. And I'm not saying on Real Housewives of OC. I don't think that I am fighting for Tamra. I'm just saying that every Real Housewives show they have spaces to fill, right? And if you don't have a good, I don't want Tamra to be the villain. I don't think Tamra's the villain like people like to say she is. I think Tamra is the shit stirrer on the show. She is the shit stirrer. Special case says, Donna, you might want to explain why you upset Zach. He explained the Matt post this morning to his followers. I'll totally explain why I upset him. I'll talk about that in a second. But I'll apologize to him again too. Look, I'll do it right now. I love you so much, Zach. I'm sorry I upset you. I deleted all my tweets. I love you. You're hot. Let's see if that works. Okay. So you can hate Tamra all you want. Like, that's okay. We're allowed to dislike and like and whatever. I just think that we've seen Real Housewives of OC without Tamra, and it's hell. It doesn't go anywhere. And even with Tamra this season, it was really bad. It was a bad season of OC. Number one, they absolutely cannot do what they just did on Real Housewives. They cannot connect with the bloggers and the content creators. They cannot do this anymore. There really needs to be an overhaul of the way that they produce Real Housewives in the future. They cannot do it, right? Now, Tamra had a really, really bad season 2 seasons ago. This last season, it wasn't as bad, but Gretchen really gets under Tamra's skin, and that's obvious because they have such a bad history. And Gretchen, I think, is one of those people to Tamra that like really pokes at her. You know what I mean? We all have those people that just trigger the shit out of us, and Gretchen is that person to Tamra. Okay? So Gretchen comes back on the show and then immediately starts with that whole naked, wasted hospital drugging rumor. And that was at the beginning of the season. And so immediately Tamra's on the defense because Tamara is now like, "What? You're going around saying that I roofied you, that I drugged you?" And it was bad enough that Tamara was involved with Naked Wasted 14 years ago, but now she's like, "I roofied you, I drugged you." Like, that is horrible for my character. I'm a business owner. I'm older now. I have 15, things that I do under my belt, podcast, Vina, CBD, da 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 da. Please do not bring this back into my life. I'm sure she was miserable about that all. Plus, on top of that, at the beginning of the season, she also was dealing with all of Teddy's, um, you know, i- horrible illnesses. And I never want to hide and gatekeep about the truth. Like, I definitely have a friendship with Tamara, and I'm not best friends with her, but we have texted and we text if need be, not about the show, but about life and about um real stuff about Teddy specifically during this time. So this was exactly the time that Teddy got diagnosed. And remember, I was talking about this all the time when Teddy went into that emergency surgery, and Tamara was one of her main contacts. So I was texting and calling with Tamara and with Valerie. Valerie's my best friend, and Tamara is Teddy's other best friend. These are two of Teddy's best friends, Tamara and Valerie. But Valerie and I are best friends. So I was talking to Valerie all the time, who was staying in the hospital with Teddy. And I was talking to Tamara all the time, who was also checking in with Teddy all the time. And this was my way of checking in with Teddy through like a first degree. And that's how I became closer to Tamara. And I really gained a lot of respect for Tamara during that time, because I do believe that I saw a side of Tamara as a really good person, as a really good friend. Um, but I'm just being honest with you guys. Now, I also was really honest that last season, even though I did know Tamara and I was friendly with her, because I was friendly with her before Teddy became very ill with her brain, when she just had um, her skin cancer. And I went to Two Teas in a Pod live show with Zach. I think it was in like November of last year, October, November of last year. We went to the live show. I was friendly with Tamara. That was my first time meeting Tamara in person here in Burbank. And I became friendly with Tamara's assistant, Caden. Love him. And after that, the season was still airing. And I straight up came on the show and I was like, Tamara's having a shitty season. Like, I don't lie about how Tamara comes off sometimes on the show. And she does come off real harsh sometimes on that show. She does have bad episodes and she has bad seasons. And I can see why, without knowing a side of Tamara that is likable, you could just hate her. That being said, I still think she makes for really good TV. And I think there's a very, very necessary place for her on that screen. Now, Gretchen, on the other hand, I don't feel the same way for her. I find her to be incredibly flat on the screen, off the screen. I find her to be very calculated. They all are. They're all housewives, especially over there on OC. But I do find her to be incredibly calculated. Um, I know for a fact that Gretchen is constantly doing exactly what Tamara does in terms of being on the phone with content creators. She definitely does the exact same thing. She 100% calls content creators. She's with content creators all the time. I can't call them bloggers. It's like so hard to call these people bloggers. So she's doing all of that stuff too. And I hate to say it, but I'm going to be honest, who you decide to be in a relationship with is very indicative of who you are. And she chose Slade. Like, Slade to me is real low, 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 low. Okay. I just have a really hard time understanding who can choose to be with a man like Slade after everything that he's gone through, after everything he's done over the years. And then, like, that whole relationship is just so weird to me. I struggle with Gretchen. I just do. Okay. I've never personally like warmed up so much to Gretchen through the years. Has nothing to do, even before the public posts came out, her liking the posts, etc. Okay. So, bet you guys thought this was a cold one. Wouldn't it be funny if I just popped open a Coors Light? But I like Bronwyn, and her husband is awful. Um, you know, I didn't really like Bronwyn though. Remember? I really didn't like Bronwyn season 1, but I like her a little more. I still don't love Bronwyn because yeah, like why is she with Todd? I can't believe Bronwyn's with Todd. I still can never get over that. Okay, anyway. So and then we found out about Slade and Gretchen's finances and all of that. That is so wild too, that she pays for everything for him and he's on the board of some random ass foundation for Liberace. Like what? How is Slade on the board? His one job is he's on the board for Liberace. Like I don't understand. Todd is over there. Todd the plant just sits off there with his sad face over there. So, okay, uh, back to the show. So then here we are, and it's the last episode of the season. It's the reunion. And of course, we're coming down to the wire and we're talking about the tweets. And I want to be very clear. I don't give a shit if Gretchen likes tweets about Christian values. All for it. Do your thing, girl. I don't give a shit if she likes tweets about MAGA. Do your thing. You're allowed. Go get them. I told you, and I said this before, and I seriously don't care at all. Absolutely. The only tweet that I can find as yucky is homophobic, is the homophobic, meaning the one that said, and I'm going to say it wrong, but something along the lines of um homosexuality is like pedophilia or something like that. It was real bad. Okay? And you know me, and my big thing in life is not my big thing. This is not my big thing, but one thing for me that is very, very important is being like I'm not into anyone that's homophobic. That's like an important thing for me, okay? I really don't get that. And if you're going to connect PEDO, I don't know what I can say here on YouTube and I don't want to, with gay people, that just is really, really gross. Like, and I just don't understand of all the things, of all the Epsteins of the world, that's what we're doing here. It just doesn't make any sense. Now, mistakes can happen. Like Heather had said on the show, if you only liked one person like this, but there was 200 accounts that you unliked. And I don't think all 200 of these accounts were hateful. I think some of them were just probably right-wing accounts that maybe someone that was super, super liberal would have seen as very, very hateful. Because, if you're like a really, really liberal person, you're going to see something that's right-wing and you're going to say, oh my God, that's so hateful. But it isn't for someone that is just a super conservative person. Just like someone that's really conservative sees something that's super liberal is probably going to say, that's so hateful, but it's not to someone that's liberal. It's like it depends on where you're coming from and what your perspective is in that moment. But that specific post is very hateful. Now, someone else said, well, it could have just been a mistake, right? It could have been a mistake. What if there was a carousel and sometimes you're exactly, Beth said it exactly when I said it. Also, if there's a carousel, you can fly by the first pick meme and like it and not scroll all the photos. So like stuff like that can happen, but we don't need to go back and forth about it. I think ultimately there have been rumors for years, just like Heather Dubrow said, there have been rumors for years that Gretchen has dabbled and liked posts in this world of anti-trans, anti-homophobic posts, okay? Transphobic, homophobic posts. I'm just going with what the show said, okay? Tamra, what looked bad for Tamra in this episode was that Tamra was holding on to it for 2 years, apparently. She had found out about it through, she says, iHeart. She works for iHeart, the podcast network. Apparently, someone sent her a post or sent her a tweet or sent her something with this information a couple years ago. She was holding on to it apparently throughout the entire season, and then she kind of just pulled it out towards the end of the show. Now we find out in this reunion that she had brought it up a couple times throughout the season. She brought it up to Heather once or twice earlier in the season, and Heather didn't really want to take the bait and go with it. Then she brought it up again a couple other times or whatever. And then finally she brought it up to Gina towards the end of the season, which is why they brought it up in that final dinner. And they brought it up on camera, which is when Heather finally said, okay, I guess I got to go. I got to go with it. I got to kind of like approach it and talk about it now. It's on camera. And Heather, remember, has 4 kids. I want to say out of 4 of them, 3 of them are on the LGBTQ spectrum. Okay. So now she has to talk about it. So I don't know if Tamra was really holding on to it for the season finale, or she was holding on to it and wanted to bring it up some point during that season. Tamra hates Gretchen. There's no question. Gretchen hates Tamra. There's no question. But what I didn't like about this is now Gretchen saying, well, I actually think that you are behind all of those posts. Now Gretchen all of a sudden pulls out some forensic analysis, some black post, like a black clipboard or whatever. And she's like, I think that you're behind this because we were doing some forensic analysis and it looks like you are behind some Twitter feed and you created the post. So now Tamara's getting her defense up. And a lot of you guys are asking, Tamara seems to be very defensive. She gets very angry. She starts to yell and that makes her look guilty. Well, I want to know from you guys, what is the best approach if you are being asked or you are being accused of doing something that you didn't do? What is the best approach to actually seem, if you're actually telling the truth and you're being accused of something that you didn't do, what is the best approach so that you don't look guilty? Quietly defend yourself? I didn't do that. No, I didn't do that. Or, what the hell are you talking about? I didn't do that. Stop it. Stop it. I didn't do that. I swear to effing God, I didn't do that. What would you do? Honestly, if you're in that situation where you're getting accused in that moment of all of these crazy things, and because it's not just that for Tamra, 2 seconds later, she's getting accused of like way more than that. Not only that, 5 seconds later, they start showing a clip of that she's been talking to a blogger and released and leaked the entire season. So now Tamra's energy is getting angry and she starts yelling and she starts screaming. So you guys, okay, Tanya says the best approach is not how Tamra reacts. Special says stay calm and speak the truth. Joy says bring receipts. Well, she didn't have the chance to bring receipts because she was just getting accused in the moment. She didn't plan on any of that. This is just like, I mean, I guess you could call it like an ambush. She was not planning on it. Somewhere in the middle, Maddie says. Billy says, I would be too defensive. I would say I didn't do it. I believe it if you choose. When you overreact, it looks like guilt, Special K says. Billy says she got too defensive. So I think, in my opinion, it's my opinion. Remember that, by the way. That's actually a good point. Tamra's vibe has always been this way. It's my opinion. I don't think this is new for Tamra. This is not new. This is not the first time that Tamra has lost her shit. She literally is this person. So this is not new. She's not overreacting for the first time. She loses her shit. She yells, I want a fucking divorce. Remember how she did it to Simon? And I'm just saying that if I had 6 girls, 7 girls, whatever, and a camera and Andy Cohen all there on my reunion moment and everyone was coming at me, I don't think I would just sit there calmly and be like, I didn't do it. No, I didn't do it. It wasn't me. I know it wasn't me. I would lose my shit. I'm just saying for me, I would. Because you panic, because this feels like everyone is like saying that you committed a horrible crime and you're freaking out. That's just me. Now, look how Gretchen reacted when everyone was attacking her about the tweets and the posts when she was sitting at that Amsterdam dinner. She was like, I didn't like those. I don't think I like those. I don't know if I like those. And everyone was like, why aren't you reacting? You're acting guilty. Why aren't you freaking out right now? If I was like you, I would be freaking out. This is so weird. You're acting so strange. Why are you acting so calm? And everyone thought that that made her guilty. There's like, they're starting to judge the way that you react to being accused of something now. So it's like what you have to like really practice how to be accused. I'm going to take a class. I should teach an acting class on housewives' reactions to being accused because it really is you have to perfectly react. You can't Lisa Barlow it, can't Tamara it, can't Gretchen it. You have to just like a perfect reaction, like be upset, but not too upset, but kind of upset. A middle upset, a middle upset. Now, I agree with Maddie. Episode 1 of this reunion was awful for Tamra. Awful. She was like, she looked like she was, what was it, Gumby? Her face was Gumby. She was like, she was like seizuring in her face. It was psycho. I mean, Tamra truly had the worst reunion ever, episode 1 of this reunion. She hated Shannon. She was like losing her mind. She was treating Shannon like a 5-year-old on a playground. It was horrendous. It was horrendous. But this last episode, I think she was just feeling so over Gretchen, and then they kept coming at her. And then this scene they pulled out of nowhere, all of a sudden trying to accuse her of being a leak. Now, was Tamra the leak? I don't know. Maybe. Do I think she was? If she would have leaked the entire season, she could have leaked it to me. She could have, because I've talked to her many, many times this year. Many. She could have leaked it all to me. Because as you guys can see, I have a big platform. I could have completely come and had her back this entire season. I could have done TikTok after TikTok. I could have, come to her defense. I would take one for the team. You know that I take the unpopular opinion all the time on my show. I would have become Tamra's number 1 lapdog on this show. And I didn't. I hardly talked about OC this season. And I talked to her a lot. So why didn't she leak to me? That's my only take on this. Now, have I talked to Tamra? Yes. Have we talked about the show? Not this season. Not this season. The most we've ever talked about the show was before the season started. It was after last season, and it was mostly about Teddy when Teddy was ill and when she was starting to film for this season, and she was like really struggling to go to work. That was the most we ever talked about the show, when she was like, I can't believe I have to work right now. Like, I'm really, really struggling. It was during that time. But we never, ever, ever talked about the show during her filming. So wouldn't it make sense if she was leaking for it to come to someone like me? Or you think, but the leak could lead back to her because you talk about being friends with her. So you think she would leak to someone that she has zero connection with whatsoever. But then who is this person? And then she's like, but then show the receipts. Like, have this person show the DMs, show the phone calls, show any sort of receipts of me speaking to this person. Nothing makes sense. It doesn't make any sense, you guys. Maddie says the man voice on the phone was so suspicious it will be exposed one day. They can't help but rat each other out. It's very, very frustrating. Yes, Susan, you want me to talk about Kelly's post of naked photos of Jim Edmonds' wife? You guys want me to talk about that? I will talk about that in just a second. So Tamra did go back and forth with Emily too. It wasn't great, you guys. I did not love that back and forth fight. I didn't love that because I thought Tamra and Emily were friendly. I just think when Vicky comes back next season and Tamra and Vicky are back together, because we all know Tamra's not going anywhere if Vicky comes back. I think it will be really, really fun to see the two of them together. And I think it will be, hopefully, it will bring some fun back to OC, like some whooping it up, some on delays, some enjoyable energy. I really hope Gretchen doesn't come back, you guys. Is there a world where we don't get Gretchen back? Or do you think we're going to get Gretchen back? I really hope Gretchen does not come back. That's my hope and prayer for the season, is that Gretchen does not come back. I just think it doesn't go anywhere with Gretchen. Now back, just a little shout out to Zach. The whole thing with Zach, I don't even want to bring it up, to be honest. I love Zach, and I just had to say something because I was getting lumped in about an X fight. Zach was getting into it with Matt Janella on X, Katie's husband. And I just hated that because I like Katie's husband. I think Matt Janella is so, I love him. And so that to me is just so, I just didn't understand that. I just didn't get it. It didn't make any sense why we're throwing in Matt Janella into the argument. So that I didn't want. But I love Zach, and let's let it be. Special Case says Matt was awful to Zach, though. Yeah, but he got thrown into a Trump situation. No one wants to. Oh, what happened? He allowed others to call Zach the F word? I don't know. I didn't see anything about Matt. Matt called Zach the F word? I didn't see that. If Matt called Zach the F word, that's effed. I didn't see Matt calling Zach an F word. Did he? I'm just saying Matt was defending himself because no one, these days, if you get a picture of you from 10 years ago with Donald Trump, that brings up a huge host of problems in your social life, in your online credibility, in your Bravo life. Everyone knows that. And I think that it probably was a little bit of a danger zone. And everyone knows that. When Zach posted pictures of Matt with Donald Trump on a golf course from 2015, and it really, really triggered Matt to defend himself. So he came back at Zach. And I kind of understand why Matt would be like, what the hell, dude? Because I think if I had a picture with Donald Trump for 10 years ago on a golf course before he was even a president, and then that was getting unearthed now, I would probably also be like, why are you doing that now? You know what I mean? People, whatever. I think it's it's asking for a little drama if you're going to do that. And I think Matt was like, whoa, why are you doing that? That's all I'm saying. But I love Zach. Okay. Please listen to Zach's show today. Okay, I'll listen to Zach's show. I didn't know if he talked about it or not. I will listen to it. Okay. Anyway, back to the show. So next will be Matt with OJ. I'm sure there is a picture with Matt. Didn't OJ golf? The only golf I want to watch is the yes, oh my God. The only golf I want to watch is Zac Efron and Dylan Efron golfing. Half with their shirts off that I showed yesterday. That's the only golf I ever want to watch. I don't want to watch OJ golf. I don't want to watch Trump golf. I don't want to watch any of these other, big man. I don't want to watch Todd Bronwyn's husband golf. That's for sure. Okay. You guys, this is actually so funny. The other day, remember how I was showing you Brad Sherman? He's the congressman here in Los Angeles, the one that got caught also on Twitter. Looking at these women on X, and he was on a plane. He's like, like that. Well, I got a message, and I need to reach out to him, but I got a message from a man named Josh Sauter, and Josh Sauter uh, sent me a message, and he said, "My name is Josh Sauter, and the moment I saw your post, because I posted about it, I got an auto call from Brad Sherman. He's the local congressman, and he auto called me that night. I picked up the phone, I go, hello, and it's like, hi, hello, this is Brad Sherman. Just checking in because I'm your local congressman." I was like, hang up. You were looking at porn on X on the flight with your mouth open. Bye. So I got a message. Hi, Donna. My name is Josh Sauter. And the moment I saw your post, I thought, oh my God, this woman is my people. And then I found out that he is the president of the local neighborhood council. He fought crime when nobody else would. He pushed for action in the Sepulveda Basin after more than 600 fires. Now we have $22 million going into fixing it. He's active at the local temple. He's involved with the Jewish Federation Advocacy and Action Program, a community organizer, and a father who gets things done. He's also a writer. He used to be a political communication strategist, done years of stand-up comedy. And he said, so when I saw your videos and your podcasts and your posts are hilarious and smart and dead on, I mean it. You're sharp. You're fearless. You say what everyone else is too afraid to say. I absolutely love it. And he's running against Brad Sherman. This guy is running for Brad Sherman's seat. And I was like, done. Just tell me you're not looking at naked women on X. I'm voting for you, Josh. I got so excited. Literally so excited. All right. So let's move on. I got so excited about Josh Sauter. Our next story is going to be about Jen Shah getting released early from prison. And let me just tell you, if you guys go to BravoCon in 2027, which I believe is going to be the next one, and Jen Shah walks out onto that stage and everyone goes, wow, wow, oh my God, criminal, stand up for the criminal. Wow, I'm out. Peace out, baby. Peace out. I will not stand for criminals. Now, the reason I bring this up is because Karen Huger, we talked about this before, Karen Huger already went to BravoCon this year after 4 DUIs. 4, meaning if you get 4 DUIs, that means you've driven drunk probably 100 times, if not more. And you've only gotten caught 4 times. And then must I remind you that when she got caught for that DUI, do you guys remember all the things she said? All the insane things she said when she got in their body cam, like the concubine, and she was lying and she was wasted and her wig was falling. She was so drunk. And then she stood up there and everyone, that Karen Huger, oh my goodness, what a star, what a star. No, Jen Shah is getting released early, probably because of good behavior. And look, good behavior is awesome, and I'm really happy about that. But I just don't understand. I do think that, Andy Cohen is not going to treat her the way that, because she's an actual criminal. Like, I mean, I do think DUI is it is technically a criminal, but I don't think Andy Cohen is going to give her a chance back on the network. I think that she's out. That's my guess, is that she's out. December 10th, she's coming out of jail, and it's for good behavior, I guess. I mean, I guess that's, what it takes. She worked hard. She did a lot of, makeup, I guess, and worked, and, she served 33 months. I cannot believe how fast that went. Do you guys think that went fast? 6.5 years went down to 33 months. Yeah, like more than half. And she's in a positive place, and she's going to come out. And I doubt she'll be back on Bravo, but if she goes to BravoCon, just remember that. Now, and then another quick Bravo news, but I will talk about Kelly Dodd, so just Give it a second. But Jenna Lyons finally, thank God, announced that she's out on Real Houses of New York. No one is surprised by this, by the way. No one is surprised. I do believe that everyone is pretty sure that she was not going to be back because she didn't come to BravoCon. I'll never forget hearing from, who told me? Was it Dave Quinn that once told me that Jenna Lyons was the only person? Did he say this in his book or did he tell me in person? I can't remember. That Jenna Lyons was the only person that didn't accept the money to go to BravoCon 2023. Jenna Lyons was the only person that didn't accept that cash. Isn't that nuts? Like, she's just better than that. I don't know, you guys. I never took to Jenna. Never. You? Never took to her. But she officially announced it. She said, here's the backstory. I was grateful to be asked to join as a friend of. So she wasn't asked as a series regular. She was asked as a friend of. She goes, I would be the oldest and openly gay woman on the show. I feel like this is an opportunity for a new dynamic to emerge. I have made the difficult decision not to return. Now, we still don't know about the rest of the girls, she says. I love the girls, Erin, Jessel, and Sai. We definitely know Erin, Jessel, and Sai are back because they were all at BravoCon. We definitely know Brynn is not coming back because she didn't even mention Brynn, but I think Raquel is definitely back. I'm actually really surprised Raquel was not at BravoCon because Raquel was, from what I know, Raquel was a definite coming back. And I don't know about Uba. I'm surprised Uba wasn't at BravoCon, huh? She didn't go to BravoCon, did she? And she doesn't have it on her Instagram or anything. What do you guys think? Does she talk about? So, guys, last night I came home really, really late. Does she talk about Bravo at all? I don't even pay attention. I wonder if Uba's coming back. I hope Uba does. I thought Uba was out. You guys are saying Uba's out. Interesting. I actually Uba had a lot of big drama at the end of the last season with Brynn. Brynn caused that drama. Brynn was a mother effing nightmare. You guys remember how horrible Brynn was? Ugh, I loved Uba. Oh, Uba's pregnant? I love Chanel. Ayan, by the way. She reminds me of Chanel. They're so cute together. I mean, Chanel is so good with all of those Bravo guests. They're so funny. Did you see Chanel and Austin? That post made me laugh so much. I want you guys to watch this one post of Chanel, Ayan, and Austin. If I can find it really fast, I wonder if I can. They got such good footage of the two of them. Yes, watch this.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Yes?
Yes.
What you been up to?
What have I been up to?
Yes. What's new with you in your life?
Oh, in my
Are
life.
you dating? What show are you on?
What have I been up to? God.
Yes.
That is such a loaded question. Season 11. That's what I've been up to.
Oh, so you were
Season
filming.
11.
What show are you on?
Southern Charm.
Oh, like the guy that was here.
That's Summer House.
Oh, oh my God, there's so
Who
many
is
of
this?
them.
What network are we on? I love to go down a red carpet.
Oh.
And you bounce from boom to boom to boom. And you can always tell the people that don't know. And then they're like, so Southern Charm. What?
Listen,
how do you feel about that? I'm like, you don't have to. You don't have to do
the
this.
reason
If
why
you
I don't know your
care.
show.
It's all good.
Who are you dating now and who are you sleeping with?
Who I did.
Yeah.
Well, those are two totally different answers.
I don't mind. Give me all
I
the
have a
tea.
loving wife of 10 years, but I'm sleeping with somebody else. No, I'm not married and I don't have a girlfriend.
Oh, why? What
Yeah.
a waste. You need to have. Because you're a very good looking man. Why can't you get a chick?
Well,
I have a lot of sisters.
okay.
Have you tried black? And if not, I have a lot of sisters. Answer. You're doing unsolved. How are you doing?
I'm doing.
Have you tried black? It's so good. It's so good. Oh my God, Austin is so hot now. Like, what about him? Like, why do I all of a sudden have a crush on Austin? Is Austin going to move up the ranks and Craig is going to quickly move down? Like, I don't know what it is. All of a sudden, I'm like, I have a crush on Austin now. What's the deal? All right, Meghan King Edmonds. The story on Meghan King Edmonds and Kelly Dodd is really, really weird, you guys. Number one, I just got a People magazine alert, and it says Real Housewives of OC alum Meghan King's 3 kids don't understand CPS investigation. This makes me sad. I don't know what the article is. We can read about it in a second, but this already makes me sad that they don't understand the CPS investigation. I mean, they're so young. It says how the kids are doing. Meghan King and Jim Edmonds' 3 children don't fully understand the recent change in their family dynamic. They have an 8-year-old and 7-year-old twins. That's really young. Yeah. Who has custody? Jim, the former pro baseball player, and her ex-husband was allegedly granted temporary sole custody. Now, a source close to the family tells People that the children are handling the situation well, though they don't seem to fully grasp what it all means. They don't understand yet. They're started to talk to them a little bit about going to Tennessee. They're just kind of going slow so they don't start to freak out. Jim is based in Tennessee and Meghan lives in St. Louis. Like, yeah, how does that work? Do they not have joint custody? Did they never go back and forth with dad and mom before? Meghan is on a regular schedule to visit her children, though she hasn't seen them as much as she can. Meghan has supervised visitation 2 days a week and every other weekend. She's had the opportunity to see them. Oh, wait, has this been going on for a long time? This is interesting. Look at this source. The source just said, Meghan has supervised visitation 2 days a week and every other weekend. She's had the opportunity to see them 9 times. She's seen them 3 out of the 9. So if this just happened, this must have not just happened then. She's seen them 3 times out of 9 times. There's no way that the kids just got taken out. It says the revised custody came after Meghan allegedly gave one of her sons the medication, which is commonly used to treat ADHD, the Ritalin. She also allegedly instructed a school nurse to administer Ritalin to her son. After CPS was contacted, the children's court-appointed advocate filed for a temporary restraining order against Meghan, the source said, and then the Real Housewives of OC alum lost temporary custody of her children. These events unfolded sometime around late October, the source noted. Okay, so this is weird. So it happened around late October. Has she been posting on social normally since late October? Does anyone know? Has she been posting it like since Halloween and stuff? And also, anyone here following her regularly? And also, how weird is that Kelly Dodd situation then? Because Kelly Dodd went on TikTok and posted, just got off the phone with Meghan, like as if it was completely new information. Said, just got off the phone with Meghan, and A, B, and C basically said all this stuff. Here, let me go to Kelly Dodd's TikTok and let's see what we can gather from this. Kelly Dodd was apparently the first person that called Meghan and spoke about it. And here's what she said about it. And then I'm going to share with you something that, like, I hope I don't get demonetized by sharing it. It's really crazy, actually, that she shared this. But she was in conversation with Jim Edmonds after she shared this original video. But remember, this was the original video that Kelly Dodd shared.
So I just got off the phone with Meghan King Edmonds.
And remember, this was 2 days ago. It says 1 day ago, but this was 2 days ago.
And just got off the phone with her. And she said that she gave one of her other twins Hayes some Ritalin, I guess. It made her a dangerous mother. They're twins. And this I do know. Megan King Edmonds, we've had a lot of differences and a lot of fights and a lot of things. She stayed at my house. I took care of her when she got her boob and her nose done. And I can tell you, she loves those babies. She loves those kids. And I know for a fact she's a good mother. She is an excellent mother. And I just pray that she gets her babies back. Everyone just pray for Megan and her family. Those boys and that daughter need their mom. They need their mother. And it's terrible. It's terrible what is going on right now. All we can do is just pray for Megan.
So, yes, it's terrible. Absolutely. For kids to be taken away from their mom. Every kid should be with their mom if their mom is a good mom. Like, I'm absolutely of the mindset that kids should be with their parents, right? Like, there's no question. But there's got to be something going on to the story. Now, this is very, very like controversial because there's a lot of people in my comments saying like, you know, they're very pro mom and they're very upset by this and they think that he's weaponizing the system, etc. But Susan is saying don't show the photos. She got banned from showing the photos, etc. And I don't want to show the photos if that's the case. But basically what happened was, I guess, right after this, Jim Edmonds came into Kelly Dodd's DMs and said, how can I show this without, okay. Let me try to show you and then maybe I'll like try to, okay. I'm going to try to show you without, let's see what we can do here. So the account Yolanda Pfister on X posted this and it's now deleted, but it's a clip of Kelly Dodd responding to Jim Edmonds. Basically, Jim Edmonds came into Kelly Dodd's DMs to be like, at least pronounce my name right. You clearly can't pronounce my name right because you're drunk. Like something like that. Said something pretty mean to Kelly and talked shit a little bit about Kelly because Kelly said something bad about his wife. Something along those lines. I'm trying to keep up, but that's essentially what happened. And then unfortunately, I can't really, I wonder how I can do this so that I can cover. I can't cover anything here. Let's see what I can do. Let's see what I can do. Okay, here.
Bro, calm down about talking crap about your wife. Your wife, Courtney O'Connor, is blasted all over the Google. Okay, let's just be honest. Okay, there she is.
Okay. Okay. It was really fast. So Kelly shared a picture, like her Google search of his wife, of like all these naked photos of her in the background and said like, look at her. And it was like spread eagle photos of her body. Da, 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 da. And Kelly was like, this is here. You know what I'll do? I'll play the audio. That's what I should have done from the beginning. I really should be smarter. Zach comes into my comments. He should come in right now and be like, yeah, you should be, Donna. You really should be smarter. That would be a good moment for Zach to come in. Okay, here we go. I'm going to play the audio for you guys to hear it.
Calm down about talking crap about your wife. Your wife, Courtney O'Connor, is blasted all over the Google.
The Google.
Let's be honest. Okay, there she is, Courtney O'Connor. Okay, I'm sorry. You can't get mad at me, bro. I'm not talking. I'm just calling balls and strikes here. Okay, she's all over the internet. And then don't get mad at me when your sons and your son's kids come over and they Google your wife who's sitting there and they start popping the baloney. Don't get mad at me. I'm not the ones blasted all over the internet. Okay? Sorry, bro.
I'm sorry. Did she say popping the baloney? I can't. If my kids ever say, popping the baloney, I'm out. Should that be the title of today's episode? Popping the baloney with Daily Dose of Donna. I can't. I'm sorry, bro. If you're, and then she also said the best that she goes, I'm sorry, bro. If your kids come over, if your kids and their kids come over, popping the baloney. Do you think Lance has any idea what popping the baloney? I'm sure if I asked him, do you know what popping the baloney is? I mean, popping the baloney, 6'7" on popping the baloney. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let's see if Lance picks up. This is a Friday moment, huh?
Everything okay?
Yeah. Are you free for a second?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, you're on Daily Dose of Donna.
What's up, dosers?
Have you ever popped your baloney?
Popped my baloney? This is a new one for me. I feel like I'm pretty in with like the kids lingo. This is like a new thing. I've never heard of it before.
I don't think kids use it. Kelly Dodd uses it.
Is this the same thing as jumping off the meat wagon and peeling the eel?
What the fuck? What is that?
Pounding the clown?
Gross.
Is that what that means?
Jumping off the meat wagon and peeling the eel?
Yeah, you never heard that one?
No.
Classic. That one's a classic.
What? Like from when you were young?
Honestly, I don't know if it ever really garnered any.
Are you around any other guys?
Yeah, I got my buddy Dari here.
Okay, ask Dari if he knows about popping the baloney.
Hey, Dari, come here. You're on my wife's podcast live right now. Oh, hello.
Hey, Dari.
How's it going?
You're officially on Daily Dose of Donna. Do you have, can I get consent?
Yes, you have my consent.
Have you ever popped? Have you ever heard of popping your baloney?
No, what is that? That sounds fun. Have you ever heard of jumping off the meat wagon and peeling the eel? No. Popping baloney sounds pretty perverted, though. I'm gonna say 100%.
Oh my God, this is such a crazy thing. Someone said hiding the sausage, going to Pound Town.
Okay, so this is Emma. Say hi.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, who is this? Emma Slater?
It is. Yeah, hi. How's it going?
Emma Slater on Daily Dose of Donna.
It is a little bit. Oh, hi. Oh my gosh, really?
Yes,
Daily
you're.
Dose of Donna, that's awesome.
Oh my God, Emma, I still am sad about you and Andy.
Thank you. Me too. Honestly, the best part was coming in to rehearse with him. He was the funniest guy, like genuinely.
I know. I was a fandy. I was like literally
Thank you.
devastated, and I cannot believe that Whitney went home.
Oh, I know. Shock elimination. But you know what? Dancing with the Stars, that happens a lot on semifinals. There's usually like a shock elimination, and it just might be that she just wasn't getting the same votes as everyone else. It's really sad because I think that freestyle would have been great.
I know. But you're still on the show doing your thing. Like I'm still watching. We're all watching. We're here.
Oh, thank you.
We're here live. Okay, Emma, I'm going to ask you something. This is so uncomfortable, but I have to go with the bit. We
Okay,
have to
go
ask.
ahead.
I'm going to ask you something. This is going to be very awkward next time I see you. Okay. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever heard of popping the baloney?
No, never heard of that. Dare I ask, what's that?
Just ask your boyfriend.
Okay. He might not know either, but I'll ask him.
Oh my God, Emma, we love you.
Thank you so much.
Good talking. Bye.
Bye, babe.
Bye. Oh my God. Emma Slater from Dancing with the Stars. I just asked her if she's ever heard of popping the baloney. Kelly Dodd, you really, that was my moment. Good times. Good times. Do you think do you think she'll ever come back on the show? I can't. Okay. Lance Lance is like, they didn't ask me back for season 31 or whatever. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. Kelly Dodd would come on my show. Okay, let's keep going. That was crazy. So next, we can just move on and move into we can move into talk about Whitney Levitt leaving Dancing with the Stars. I actually got really sad in this moment, you guys, because Whitney, I thought she did get kind of like robbed, and she got really, really, really sad when she talked about it. Kelly Dodd's face and the body is still on my ex. I'm so uncomfortable right now. I'm dying that happened. So Whitney Levitt went on her Instagram and she was so sad. She talked about how it was the hardest thing and she feels like a breakup. And I actually felt so bad for her. Did you guys watch her video crying about leaving the show? And I felt so sad that she's gone. I actually kind of really think that she got robbed. I don't understand why it happened, but
From the heart, share what I'm feeling. I share the good, I share the bad, I share the ugly. So I'm just going to keep doing that. When you're casted on Dancing with the Stars,
big pet peeve because she said casted.
You are seeing these people hours every single day. Then it just stops. It genuinely feels like a breakup. It feels like I'm like going through withdrawals right now. Today just felt so weird. It felt so weird not going into the studio and meeting with Mark and learning a dance. Like it just felt weird. And it made me sad.
It goes on, but she's so sweet. I actually feel bad. She's like a Tamara, you guys. Horrible on the show, really likable in person. So what are you going to do about that? If Tamara was on Dancing with the Stars, she would get voted off episode 1 because of all you biatches. All right, next. Should we talk about how Brad Pitt is going to get like fired for sexual harassment or accused of sexual harassment 30 years later after Interview with the Vampire? This is how crazy this world is. Brad Pitt faces new scrutiny over past gross behavior on-screen kiss with underage co-star as old interviews resurface. Brad Pitt is facing renewed online scrutiny as a resurfaced Instagram reel has reignited long-standing controversy surrounding several of his early roles. This includes an on-screen kiss with 11-year-old Kirsten Dunst, a sex scene filmed when he was 24 with a 14-year-old actress on Dallas, and his highly publicized relationship with Juliette Lewis, who was 17 when he was 27. The compilation, which has gone viral across TikTok and Instagram, highlights moments from Brad Pitt's career that, as many modern viewers say, would be considered inappropriate or outright unacceptable by today's industry standards. None of the incidents have ever resulted in accusations of criminal wrongdoing. In the scene, Pitt, who did not write the scene or improvise, was playing a role or taking direction. Still, as clips resurface, the ethics of Hollywood's past casting and directing choices are being questioned. Come on, you guys. Now, I'll just tell you, I remember when I was a kid and Interview with the Vampire came out. So what year was that? Do you guys remember? 1994. I was 13 years old. I went to the premiere party of Interview with the Vampire on I think it was the Fox lot, because my babysitter, her name was Wendy. She was like our nanny babysitter. She would pick us up after school and like hang out with us because I was living with my mom and she was a working mom. Her fiance provided the liquor for the party. So we got in. I will never forget it. I got to meet Brad Pitt at 13 years old. Meet Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise. Like, it was the pinnacle of my life. I'll never forget this party. This is insanity that we're going here. Don't we have better things in life to do? Like put Ryan Reynolds in prison? This is crazy. This is actual crazy shit. It says that Kristen Dunst in the 90s said, I hated the kiss so much because Brad was like my older brother on set. And it's kind of like kissing your brother. It's weird because he's an older guy and I had to kiss him on the lips. It was gross. She also corrected an interviewer later who joked she must have enjoyed kissing Pitt, who is 20 years her senior. She said, I mean, I'm 12. He's like 31 now. He's a man. Why would I like kissing him? Okay, that's weird on the interviewer, but it's also weird on the writer. It's not weird on anyone but the writer of the movie, the creator of the movie. And then, of course, this is on the show Dallas. God, Brad was so damn cute. And then this is him and Juliette Lewis. I mean, is there a hotter man than Brad Pitt at this time? Damn. Let's watch this TikTok that apparently is going viral of all the compilations. Is there? Can I find it? Oh God, is it gonna? I hope it's not gonna.
What do you say we get started? So you want me to tell you the story of my life?
It may actually be a problem for like copyright stuff. I hope it's not gonna be. Oh, this is just the trailer of Interview with the Vampire. Who cares about that? Yeah, no, we don't want to see the trailer for Interview with the Vampire. But that is a great movie, by the way. They just don't make it like they don't make movies like they did in the 90s. I watched Clueless with my kids the other day. Phenomenal movie. All four of us were laughing. Rolling with the homies. What's up with that? Julia Lewis was an a-hole to Red Ginger in a bathroom in Hollywood. I'm not surprised. She seems like a biatch. She really does. Did Angelina get this out? She loves to bring him down. Angelina is awful. I've told you guys this story before. Angelina put it together just playing. Yeah, the TikTok account on the TikTok account is probably called like A Jolie. I love you, Angie. That's the TikTok account. Oh my God. Yeah. It's so crazy. I grew up with a girl who was almost cast for the role. Kirsten Dunst had an interview with the vampire. And the Villa download, I bet every single day at school, she was like, I was almost that role. Hi, my name is Casey, and I was almost that role. Like, that was her claim to fame. Because I had a friend that also had a role, like a tiny little role in a little Christmas movie, and that was her identity. Like, we always knew that about her. That's all she ever said every time. She was like, hi, I had a role in a movie. I was like, got it. We know. So annoying. She would walk around with her headshots at school in like 3rd grade. I'm like, okay, bye. Yeah, you guys. Just so annoying. What did Juliette Lewis do? She said I was too pretty and Hollywood was gonna love me and glared. She said that about you? That seems nice, not mean. Oh my God, it's all she talked about and how she was on an episode of Barney. Was her name Selena Gomez? Was her name Demi Lovato? Was her name Debbie Ryan? Okay, so anyway, is there any other stories? I mean, we could talk about so many other little things before we peace out before the day, like, but I guess that's it. I guess that's it. I don't want to talk about Kanye. I don't want to talk about Meghan Markle. I don't want to talk about Rachel Dolezal. I think we leave it there. And I have to call I have to call Zach because he's not responding to me. He's very mad at me. I love you guys. I hope you have an amazing weekend. And I will talk to you all on Monday. And I really hope you all have an amazing time popping your balonies or whatever the hell, pulling a baloney. What did we do it again? Just be careful with your balonies, okay? Be good to your balonies and make sure it's kosher for Shabbat. Shabbat shalom. Have an amazing weekend. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.